Hey everybody, how's it going? I'm Sethum, and in this video I'm going to be showing you folks how to solo the Giant Crocodile in Conan Exiles. So this is of course a world boss. I'm also going to be showing you where to find it, or one of its spawn locations, as well as how to do it very effectively, very easily, and with minimal fuss. So if you folks enjoy this video, please don't forget to support me and the channel by hitting that like button. Subscribe to the channel if you are new and haven't already for more similar content from myself. And if you have just subscribed, don't forget to hit that bell icon so that you get notified when I upload new videos. And why not, check out some of my other videos here on this channel. Who knows, you might just enjoy them. Also, for those interested, you can always find me on the Sethopia Discord. Links to this, of course, you can find down below in the video's description, as well as in a pinned comment. So, with that out of the way, the reason you want to be doing this is obviously you will want to do this for the skeleton keys, which you obtain by harvesting the bosses. Now, bosses obviously are meant to be somewhat difficult, and the aim of this guide, as always, is to make such tasks as easy as possible for people to achieve, even at a low level. Okay, so this is the Giant Crocodile boss. It is a world boss, and obviously this time, as you can see, he is wandering. He is far larger than a normal crocodile, so I'm just going to show you what he looks like. To take this guy on without the strategy would require a lot of armor and a lot of weapons and repair kits, because obviously he has a lot of health, and so taking his health down would be a bit of a feat. Now also, after you kill him, you can harvest him for the skeleton keys, which will unlock a chest which is generally near the crocodile boss, or in general near the bosses in the world. So this is what I'm going to be using. This is what some people have posted on YouTube. Now, it is a good idea, but it is obviously flawed, and I'll show you exactly what the problem is with it. And I'm going to show you an improved version. Now, I have used 8 palisade walls, which you can craft at level 17, and obviously to unlock the palisade walls you will need to do the foundations, and so both of these will come in handy. You can basically start farming these bosses from that level. So I'm going to show you the width that I've gone. It is 2 palisade walls wide and 8 palisade walls long. You can of course make it shorter if you wish. I have made 2 cones at the tip of it that should allow me to also enter and exit the trap, so that will be the main entrance. Now I'm gonna walk and show you exactly. You got to make sure that you can enter the trap as well, because this will be the exit, and this is where we want to kite the boss. Now let's do the update. So what I've done to this, and you don't have to make 2 of them, as you can see, I've put 2 palisade walls, one on opposite sides of the palisade walls that go in parallel. So that is to kind of become an obstacle for the boss, to make him basically do a zigzag, to buy us enough time to place down the foundation. So we will be placing down foundations. The problem with placing down palisade walls is the terrain will not be straight, as you can see here, and you have to fiddle about with it. The boss will not stay for very long, so running around the palisade walls to get to the back and place it down and find its position can be very, very tricky. By the time you manage to place it down, the boss will have pretty much walked out of the trap. It will recognize the exit, and you won't get enough time to place it down. So as you can see, it's quite fiddly, and this is why I'm showing you. It can be quite fiddly placing down these things. Obviously, before you go and fight the boss, you will have created the trap beforehand, and that's how long it took me to actually figure out how to place down this palisade wall. Whereas if I'll place a foundation down and then test it out to make sure that I can place another one on top, because it is a good thing you can stack foundations in this game. For those that don't know, obviously it does snap on to the foundation. You can enclose the trap immediately. Once the trap is enclosed, you can then lure the boss to the cone end of the trap. So I'm gonna kite him in now with the strategy to show you what the problem is and why this is difficult. Obviously for this I'm going to use a bow. You can go and hit it. It is not that fast. Do bear in mind it does have a decent range on its attacks. I might need to hit it once more it might lose aggro. So there we go. Wait for it to make contact. So I'm gonna lead it into the trap. As I said, you don't need necessarily 8. You can probably go with maybe 7. 7 should be enough. This is a very long creature as well, and it should have enough time to back out as well. Now I've walked through it. Notice that the boss just walks out, so you do need to be close to it. And the idea with the palisade walls, as you will see above the upper right corner of the boss's hit bar, it does show a bleed effect, so you want him to pretty much get that bleed effect continuously. That is the purpose of this trap, and it will pretty much kill it very, very quickly. It does not do damage to the palisade walls, as you will see. So every time I walk towards the send, I take damage, but the croc boss does not want to follow. The moment I walk out of the trap, it does go out the other end. It recognizes that that end is closed off, and so it does make that quite difficult. I don't have enough time to place down a palisade wall to pretty much close the trap, which is why I tried making it longer. But of course, you don't have to make it as long as I did. You can probably go with 6 palisades length. And so I'm trying to get the boss to follow me as close as possible. He will come here, but then he pretty much derps out and reverses back. We don't have enough time to go back around the back of the trap and close it off, because he will get there before we do. That is the main problem with this feature, or with this specific trap. However, if we place a foundation down, that should solve the problem. So I'm just going to continue trying this. Now you can get him stuck eventually. Obviously you will take a lot of damage because you're walking in and out of the palisade, and you are constantly taking the bleeding damage as well, which is not a feasible option at all. I have managed to get him stuck a couple of times. Do be careful for his attacks. The tail swipe is the one that has the longest range, but you can slowly just walk backwards and avoid it. So as you can see, he is being quite stubborn. He is not wanting to come into the trap and stay here. I have tried making it as narrow as possible. Because he is so long, it is difficult to place the palisade behind him to lock him in. And once you lock him into the trap, then he will go towards the cone and stay there. Right, so I've showed you the problem. Now to show you the fix. So obviously he is now stuck in there. I managed to get him stuck. It took me about half an hour to get him stuck, and obviously add a bit of lag on servers. This is basically what you would want to do in place one at the end, and then when you go to the beginning, or where the cone end is, or where the trap narrows, he will then end up following you. He will then get himself stuck in between the palisades and start taking continuous damage. Also very important to know, obviously you can farm this guy at level 17, and as a result you will get a ton of XP. Also a very good way to level up in the game. You will see when he dies that he does yield a decent amount of XP, and I am quite high level at this point in time in the game. Notice that his health is slowly draining, so it is the bleed effect taking him down. He basically is focused on me but cannot get to me. That is what the aim of the game is. Obviously, as you saw there with the palisade, it is fiddly, and the crocodile boss does not stay in the trap for too long. Obviously, I'm not going to show you the entire clip of him being killed, or I might do. The idea is I want to show you the whole run from A to Z with the foundation technique that I have developed. So as you can see, I'm not even shooting at him. There's no point in wasting any ammunition. He's focused on me. There's no point in getting close to him because he does have a good range, and just sit and watch him get himself killed. Once he dies, you need a pick. You can go and harvest him, and you will get resources along with the skeleton keys. With all bosses or world bosses in the game, there tends to be a chest nearby that will yield generally good loot, so you want to pick those up, or you can collect the keys and have them for later on. So he's now dead. I've not done anything, but the problem is kiting him in. Now let's get to the fix to this problem. So what I've done here now is I have placed a foundation. Notice that it is kind of wonky there, but it is because I want to close them off as much as I can. The other one is there. Do make sure once you place the first foundation, I would suggest placing another one on top to make sure that you can do that. Due to the palisades shape and design, sometimes they will let you place the first foundation down but not the one on top of it. The idea is you want to stack a foundation on the first foundation that you place down, as that will act as the gate, let's call it, for lack of better words. So I have got his aggro. He is following me, so I'm gonna keep an eye on him, make sure that he does stay focused on me. I am going to go slightly further down than the trap just because I want to make sure that I get him to turn around. Now I could just go in, but I do want to be extra sure that he has followed me the way he should. Also, I have prepared my foundation just in case. Now I turn around, look at him, wait for the thing, the hologram of the foundation to be available for me to place down. Place it down. He will land a hit on me, but that does not matter. From this point on, we just sit and watch him. There's no point in even doing anything. He will pretty much kill himself because he's now trying to get to me. So as you can see, it doesn't take a lot of effort to get him knocked down. I can move from one side to the other. There's, like I said, I mean, you can shoot an arrow at him if you want from time to time. He will keep aggro on you without having to do this. Some bosses may require you to re-aggro them, and in this case he's quite good with keeping his aggro and focus on you. So all we need to do is just stay in front of him, slightly out of his reach, and as long as he's looking at us and he's stuck between the palisades, his health is dropping down quite quickly, as you can obviously see. Also very important to note is that I am of a decent level. I think I am somewhere around level 45. I haven't actually checked in a while. I have been playing around with the mechanics, and I probably have gained a few levels from killing this guy over and over again until I got this method. But of course, do keep an eye on my XP bar now. For those that don't know, the XP bar is in the upper left corner. So you'll see 3 bars. One is a white bar, the other one is red, and the other one is yellow. The white one is the XP bar, the red one obviously is health, and the yellow orangey one is of course stamina. So when he's about to die, do keep an eye on that, just so you guys can see what an XP jump this guy will offer. Now imagine doing this at level 17 where you are still pretty low level and you have a lot more to go before you level up. Now he's about to die, and we're waiting on it. There we go. A massive XP jump, even for myself, which, as I said, I am of a decent level. Now, you don't have to harvest them all the way. You can just do it until you get the keys. The good thing about this trap is you can leave it there and come back and use it over and over and over again. And of course, all you have to do to find him is to follow the river that leads to the rainforest from the starting point, and at some point as you follow it, above it or to the left, there will be a lake. He spawns there, and as I said, once you reach level 17, you can farm this guy for both XP as well as the skeleton keys. That is it from me for this video, folks. I do hope that you have enjoyed it. If you have, please do not forget to support me and the channel by hitting that like button. Subscribe to the channel if you're new and haven't already for more similar content from myself. And if you have just subscribed, why not check out some of my other videos here on this channel? Who knows, you might just enjoy them. Also, don't forget to hit that bell icon so that you get notified when I upload new videos. And for those interested, you can always find me on the Sethtopia Discord. Links to this, of course, you can find down below in the video's description as well as in a pinned comment. Until next time, stay safe, folks.